You know, Harry and Meghan have been making headlines really since the day they got married, even beforehand. And then they make the decision to flee, I guess you could say kind of flee the UK.
Running away.
First, they go to British Columbia, Victoria, BC, and then they settle in to the California coast. But it sounds like they want to go back to the UK.
So what is going on here? They want out, now they want back in. Sandro Monetti joining us this morning on Fox 10 Talks. Good morning. Thanks for joining us today. What's going on?
Yeah, these two are full of surprises, aren't they?
Yeah. Okay, so what's going on? Why the change of heart? What do you hear? What's the buzz?
Well, in a stunning U-turn 6 years after they, as you correctly said, fled the UK, claiming of racism and bullying by the royal family, over scrutiny by the British press, they have made the shock U-turn to go back. Certainly didn't have that one on my bingo card for this year.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you take a look at it, and there's a story out there today that she wants to kind of reignite her acting career. Staying closer to Hollywood would seem to make more sense. So I'm sure you've kind of dug into it. What else is going on?
Well, let's take the acting first of all. In a public statement, she described herself these days as an entrepreneur and a founder. She has that beauty and lifestyle brand as ever. But you have to sell an awful lot of jam and candles to make the kind of money that requires you to live in these big mega mansions and have all this private security. So going back to acting, viewers will, of course, remember she was in the TV series Suits before meeting Harry and having an entire change of life. Yes, there have been links that she would make a return to acting. And I think that would probably help her out with the British public, the majority of whom seem to be against her, according to the pollings, because that Harry and Meghan have made a lot of money by trading on their royal connections. So if she could make a load of money instead by going back to what she did before, acting, I think that might be a good way back for her.
Yeah, and kind of walk us through some of the details. So this is happening. The children, it looks like, have been enrolled in school. Obviously, the royal family is now notified. But what is that relationship like between the brothers and then between Prince Henry and his dad?
A great question. Fractured in both cases, repairable with his dad. Odds against any coming together with his brother. You said the royals know about it. They were only informed on Sunday,
which is odd, yeah.
Which and again is not how it's traditionally done. Now, the key to this whole thing is they are not coming back as working royals. When they quit the country, they also quit working royals. And what I mean by that is turning up at the opening of hospitals, launching of ships, giving speeches, walkabouts, all that kind of stuff. Now, if you are a working royal, you get paid out of the royal funds, and the British taxpayers fund your security. Ever since they made that break, they've made their own money. A significant amount of it, I should point out. Harry with his best-selling book Spare, with their big money Netflix deal, and the quickly cancelled Spotify deal as well. So they have basically traded on their royal connections and made a lot of money. But that Hollywood dream has soured. They are not the shiny, bright new things they once were here in Hollywood, and they are, they've gone, from the A-list to something of the C-list, I would say. So now they are returning to Britain, where they remain big box office. It's interesting because they complained about over scrutiny by the press. The Daily Mail the other day had 15 pages on the return of Meghan and Harry. So, they're going back to that.
It's understandable, just giving them the benefit of the doubt, it's understandable that they maybe want to reconnect with at least Harry's dad. They are grandparents. They do want to see their grandkids. Every grandma or grandpa, they love their grandkids. And maybe that will bring them closer together. Why do you say it's irreparable, though, when it comes to William?
Because silence speaks volumes. Normally, when there's any major move in the royal family, there is a public statement. It would have been quite easy for William to issue a statement saying, "I'm so happy to have my brother Harry back in the UK. Can't wait for my kids to meet his kids and hang out as one big family." But the fact that there's no statement, and there's also nothing from Charles as well. Now, let's remember that William was back in England a few weeks ago with Meghan for a private meeting with Charles, and took the kids along. It's my understanding that at this meeting, the return to Britain was not discussed. You presumably, while they were there, they must have checked out schools. But the fact that that Charles and William were only learning of this news with the rest of us a few days ago suggests that this family is still not close at all. There are a lot of bridges to be rebuilt here. And yes, Charles is suffering from cancer. He's not getting any younger. So it makes perfect sense for Harry to be there. Meghan might have more of a struggle. She doesn't have as many friends in the UK as Harry does.
Yeah, and your quick answer on this, if you can, do you think they'll ever be working royals again? Do you think they'll ever be welcomed back in that capacity?
I think anything is possible. I am always an optimist. This couple are full of surprises. So if they did the ultimate reversal and became working royals again, I think that would be great for them. It'd be great for the royal family. It'd be great for Britain. Rule Britannia.
Awesome.
There you go.
Well, our ultimate Hollywood insider here, Sandro, thank you so much for joining us. If folks want to stay connected with you, how do we do that?
At Sandro Monetti on all platforms, and follow the Royals. It's the greatest soap opera on the planet.
It really is.
That's so true. All right, Sandro, great having you. Hopefully we can call on you again.
Thank you.
God save the king.
There you go.
Oh, he was fun.
Yeah, I